Oh my god, am I like becoming a Storytime YouTuber? I mean, no, but like, this is a really funny story, and I swear to God, everything in it is 100% true. So, let me just give you a little backstory. I was looking for a job, and I don't know if any of you have ever been in this position looking for a job, but it's kind of hard. You tend to get ignored a lot, you tend to go to a lot of interviews, not hear anything back. You tend to spiral more and more into deep, dark, horrible depression the more you do it. Feel like a total loser because you can't even get a simple job at the mall. Anyways, yeah, so we've all been there. I get this email for a job interview, and the job I had applied for was, it was called something like brand ambassador or something like that. And I had applied for those kind of jobs before, and if you don't know what that is, basically if you've ever seen a group of people like out on the streets, like trying to pass out flyers, and they're like wearing a logo, or like one time a girl in like a Tampax t-shirt handed me a box of free pads. That was kind of cool. Stuff like that. Or if you've ever gone to like a bar and you see the girls with like the t-shirts with like whatever alcohol company on it, and they're going around like doing whatever, those are brand ambassadors. So that is what I applied for, and then they sent me an email and they were like, okay, come down to this office and we're gonna interview you. So I go down there, and it's a legit office. It's not like their own office or anything. So they have a secretary, but the secretary doesn't work for any company. The secretary works for the building. I tell her why I'm there. She sends me to the this room, and I sit down for the interview, and there's me, and then there's this other girl, and she is dressed, literally dressed in a tracksuit. Not like, to be fair, it wasn't Nike, it was like a Lululemon thing, but it was like, she was literally dressed in a tracksuit. She's the only other person there, and then this bald dude walks in, and I mean, I don't want to disparage bald dudes or tracksuits, but I mean, come on, can your cult be any more cliche? So he comes in, and he starts giving this spiel about what we'll be doing, and how much money we can expect to earn, and all of these sort of typical things, and I'm sort of just sitting there like a normal person, and the girl next to me, I realize, must clearly be a plant, because she's just doing, oh really? That is so amazing. So you're telling me you can actually make it? It was like, girl, are you for real? Like, could you have gotten a worse actress to be your little plant here? And you could only, and I mean, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, I was the only person who was roped into this. Amazing. I feel so good about myself. He starts talking, and he starts talking about the fact that they aren't really a company, they're a community, okay? They're a community of like-minded people, and your job is to blog about how awesome the community is. And I'm like, okay. And so then he says, we have to get other people to join the community. And these people supposedly are going to pay $5,000 to join this community, and we get like half of every, so every person we sign up, we get half of that $5,000, which is like, okay, so what are we targeting here? Like really naive rich people? Like, so then I'm thinking, okay, so this is some sort of community. I wonder what this community actually offers, you know? Why would anyone want to join it? That's the best part. So he starts going into this thing about how, you know, you don't really need to pay taxes, and a lot of people don't know this, but you see, there is yourself, and then there is your corporate self, and he's talking this spiel, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and he keeps going about the corporate fiction, and how we can opt to be sovereign citizens, and how if we encounter he literally said if we encounter the police, we need to film it, and we need to, and he's putting out all these keywords and buzzwords, and I'm just like, no, 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 this can't be happening in real life. I know exactly what this is. This is the freeman on the land, sovereign citizen thing that you see on YouTube in like cringe compilations. How did this happen to me?
Charged on the same date with resisting arrest in violation of 457301 of the Montana Code.
Those men were charged by me right back by staging an overthrow of the Constitution of 1789, an overthrow of the Bill of Rights, an overthrow of my rights to forage for food as a natural living person who was in hunger.
Been no crime committed. According to People versus Battle, traffic infractions are not crimes. Please do not attempt to assault me or my property.
Open the door so we don't have to break the
Officer,
window.
please do not touch my property or me if there's been no crime committed.
You know the guys, and they're always filming the cops like, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. And he's telling us how we can avoid taxes and how we can do whatever we want. And I wish I didn't do this. I wish I actually kept the business card he gave me, but I didn't. I stood up and I dropped it. Like my limbs were like turning to jello. It's like, oh my God, this is terrifying. And I dropped it and I just literally, I stood up and I looked at this weird girl who's still doing the, oh my God, that is so fascinating. Wow, so you really don't have to pay taxes if it's like, and I look at her and I look to the bald guy and I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to go because I think this is a cult. And he's like, no, 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 it's not a cult. I'm like, yes, it is. This is a cult. I literally ran out of the room. The secretary fucking looks at me and I'm like, that is a cult in there. Like, I'm actually genuinely super freaked out. I'm like, that is a cult in there. That is a cult. They are operating a cult, okay? They're crazy. They're freemans on the land. They're corporate fictions. And I got in the elevator and I just ran as fast as I could. My ride was there. I just ran to my mom's car. And I was like, okay, we're done here. We're done here. And you would think that's where the story would end, right? But no. The guy actually emails me again. I mean, first of all, just think about how creepy that is. You have to pretend that you believe all this sovereign citizen nonsense, or I guess he was expecting to actually convince people of this stuff, as if people have never seen this on the internet before. And you have to just blog and take videos and talk about how awesome it is and try and get people to sign up for it for $5,000. Still super unclear on why you needed to, well, I guess he's like saying that there's more information. He's just telling us a little bit and he can tell, like, you know, it's that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, no one's paying $5,000 to be a fringe lunatic, okay? It's just not happening. Like, this isn't a real job. And at one point I actually asked, like, okay, so do we get paid like hourly for the blogging too? Because I was thinking, like, maybe I'll fucking shill for these people. He's like, no, 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 you just get paid for who you sign up. It's like, okay, well, no one's signing up for this, okay? So the dude emails me the next day and he's like, blah, 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 I think that maybe you got the wrong impression. We're not a cult and we're not crazy. And normally I would just ignore that, but I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. So I just emailed him back and I just said, yes, you are a cult, and yes, you are crazy. I went to YouTube and I searched Sovereign Citizen Cringe Compilation. I copied the link into the email and I sent that shit back to him, and sure enough, I never heard from him again, but I really hope. I was trying to help him. I hope that he sees that cringe compilation, realizes that he can't work this scam. It's not going to work. People already know what this is and they think it's stupid. And it doesn't make any sense. Unless he really believes that stuff, in which case, you know, that's just sad. But yeah, so that is the story of how I accidentally almost joined a cult, sort of. I guess the moral of the story is, you know, just always be aware of what you're applying for, even if it sounds perfectly reasonable in the job description. Okay, I guess the better moral would be, if you ever feel uncomfortable in a situation, you should stand up, accuse everyone of being cultists, and run away as fast as you can, even if you're wearing high heels, which I was. I mean, not really high heels, they're like platform sandals, but still not easy to run in. So yeah, that is my story. So if you like this video, please leave me a comment and subscribe. And I'm still kind of like not really sure what I'm doing with this channel, so leave me some suggestions for what you'd like to see on this channel. You want to see more vlogs, you want to see more story times, you want to see more streams, or I don't know what. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.